Good evening, everyone. Happy Monday morning, Monday evening to all of you. Sorry, I just completed a call with one of my mentee who is in the other part of the world, almost 15 years, 15 hours back, and having a time difference. So I'm in that morning mode again. So that's why. But good evening to all of you. And this is the first day of the week, Monday, and hope you have completed the things what you plan for today, and already you have set up the entire week for yourself to look up to. Okay, so most of you might have completed your day and now going back to home, might be you commuting, and I just want you to find quick, plug in your headsets and start listening to me. I just take your 10 to 15 minutes maximum. Okay, if you're in the office and you're trying to do that last tweak that before you submitting the deliverables or your work, I don't want to disturb you, I don't want to bother you, but if you have some 10 minutes of time to listen, because today's topic is going to add value in your way of how you approach in the organization. Okay, I don't want you from today onwards to go to the offices just like an employee. I want you to go like a business leader. Okay, this is what the topic I'm going to discuss with you today. How can we have that mindset? Okay, so those who are very very new to me, listening me first time, watching me first time, this is your leadership coach Tushar Chaudhary, and I'm helping the mid-career, mid-senior project managers who actually feeling stuck in their career right now, because they're having more than 15 plus 20 plus years of experience. You are subject matter expert, you know your domain so great, so well, you tell anything, you can solve that problem, but that is actually becoming a trap for your career to grow into leadership level. Okay, because the people at the top in the organization, they looking towards you, their perception about you is like you are someone who only delivers the work. Okay, they don't see you as a strategic leader, and this is where I'm going to help you to break, redevelop that perception about you, so that they can see you as a strategic leader. And how to do that, I help you to build your ecosystem of influence where you operate on daily basis, 24 by 7, with that ecosystem. And from the core of your leadership, from your leadership core values, you operate on daily basis, which help you to create impact on the people, build your influence, and also it attract opportunities, high income opportunities. Okay, so that's me, that's about me. Now let's go into the today's topic. Now, before I go and talk about the topic today, I want to ask you this question, and I want to start with a very hard truth to all of you. Is, see, most project managers, they don't get stuck because they lack skills. Okay, they get stuck because they are thinking like employee. So in the thinking like employee in the roles that demands business leadership. Now, I know most of you are delivering projects, but the organization is asking you, are you creating value? And this is the gap. This is the crucial gap where career slows down, and many of us really ignoring this gap. So today I want to talk to you like I would like to talk to my own team, when I was in my job. So how to start thinking like a business leader while still being in your job, while still you being working as a project manager. Okay, you know what I mean, I'm in this industry for last 22 plus years now, more than a decade, 2 decades now. What I have observed in my entire 2 decades of career in corporate experience, two people can have same experience, same skill, same role, but one gets promoted, and the others keep saying, yeah, my time will come. So difference, what is the difference here? One manages only the task, the other thinks like a business leader, a business owner. I'll tell you a real workplace story from my project experiences. See, we were handling a very critical project, critical infrastructure project, and our deadlines were very tight. Client was already unhappy, The team was stressed out. Now, most project managers in these situations do one thing: they chase the deadlines, they push the team, they send escalations emails. I also started like that. But then I realized this is not solving the real problem. So I stepped back and I asked to my one mentor, and I asked this question to myself. What is the business impact if we fail here? So that changed everything for me. I realized the client trust will be at risk, was at risk. Future pipeline projects were at risk. Internal credibility was at risk. So instead of only managing the task, I shifted to managing the outcomes. So I called up a meeting not to review the project status, but to just to think, realigning our thinking. And I told the team, now I was very honest and I told to my team that we are not here to complete the activities. First of all, let me be very clear. We are here to protect our millions of relationship. Okay, suddenly the energy changed. People started taking that ownership. Conversation become solution focused. We are prioritize work based on impact, on frequency, on urgency. And we did not just deliver the work, but we actually strengthened the client relationship. And that day I understood, see, leadership is not about control, it's about the context you set it. Do you agree with me? Type yes in the comment section, please. So this shift is not taught in any of my certifications. And I did a PMP, I did a chartered in project profession, I did a number of certification. I studied from IIM Bangalore, Calcutta also. But this particular shift is not taught in any of my syllabus or academic. Nobody teaches you how to think like a business leader. But I started learning this from the real life experiences. When I see the people, the differences between the people who are struggling and stuck in their career and those people who are fast moving into the jobs. And fortunately, that those days I come across some of the good books, and I would like to share with you those books and the names and the references and the experiences also. Okay, I'll share with you three powerful insights that changed my thinking. Okay, so the first book I want to share with you is the book name is The Great Game of Business by Jack Stack. Now, this book opened my eyes. The book says, sorry, the author says, business is just a game, and most employees don't know how to score. That hit me hard. Now, most project managers don't know how their projects affects revenue, how delays affects margins, how decisions impact profitability. So how will you think like a leader? So the lesson from this book is start understanding the score of your business. That's what I learned from this book. Now the second book, Playing to Win by if I remember, Lafley, A.G. Lafley, and Roger Martin. Now, this book changed how I took, how I look at the decisions. This book says strategy is about choices. Not everything is important. Winning leaders decide where to focus and where not to focus. So the lesson I learned from this is stop trying to do everything. Start choosing that truly matters for you, your business, truly drives the business impact. Okay. The third book which I read was The Advantage by Patrick Lencioni. Okay. Now this book taught me something very practical again. Healthy organizations win, not the smartest, but the most aligned. Again, the lesson I learned: as a leader, your job is not just delivery, your job is alignment, clarity, and trust. Okay. Now, the question is, how can we build this mindset of going to office on daily basis as a business leader? How can we come out of that employee mindset, 9 to 5 mindset or employee mindset? So I'd like to share with you some practical shifts. If you really want to start thinking like a business leader from today, I want you to focus on these three shifts. The shift number one, I want you to move from that task focused mindset to value focused mindset. Okay. See, 9 to 5 mindset to people when they visit the office, the moment you enter into the office, everyone is jumping on you. Your calendar is get full with meetings to be done with the stakeholders, the different types of status review discussions and daily review and checking and all that stuff. So all those are activities. So your calendar is get completely overwhelmed with all of this. I want you to stop focusing on the task now. Focus on what value you're creating by attending that meeting. If you're not becoming 1% wiser in attending that meeting, there's no point in going to that meeting. Let me be honest with you. And if you are the person who arranging those meetings, you should ask this question to yourself: the people who you are inviting in that meeting, are they also becoming wiser, 1% wiser at least, after they leave the meeting? If not, then you're not only killing your time, but you're also killing others' time also. Okay. I want you to move out of that task focused mindset to value focused mindset. Stop reporting: I completed this activity, that activity. Start communicating: because of this activity, this is what has been resolved, this has been improved, this is the impact we created. So every week ask yourself, what I did in this week that has impacted the business positively, how did my work move the business forward? Okay, that was the shift number one. Shift number two, again, those people who are task focused, their focus is only on executing the things. Okay, that's why people at the organization at top level, they only think you as someone who's a delivery person, executioner. I want you to come out of that execution mindset to decision mindset, decision thinking mindset. Most PMs, most employee mindset people, they only execute. But leaders, they facilitate the discussion, they solve the conflicts, they bring people to one page, they try to bring the solutions and make the people take the decision. They try to bring people out of the procrastination, and they let them help to make the decisions. Before taking any action, just ask yourself, what is the best decision for the business, not just the project? Okay, that is shift number two. Now, shift number three. I I have this is a typical pattern I have seen in the people who are busy in execution, busy in only task. They they seek visibility. Okay, they try to show the visibility. They try to do who can prove to let the people see themselves, visibility. But actually, I want you to move from that visibility seeking mode to ownership mode. No, don't wait others to get notice you. Now take ownership beyond the role you have been given. See, if something is broken, then fix it. Don't wait for people to tell you. If something is not clear, take an initiative, because you are not the only one who is looking for the clarity. So you take the initiative, take a lead, and bring clarity to everyone. So leaders, they don't wait for authority. Let me be very honest with you. You taking initiative, that's that means you taking that authority. No one is giving you. You taking it. because no one is having that courage to do that one. So if something is unclear, bring clarity. Leaders do not wait for authority, they act with responsibility. Okay? So these are the three shifts I want you to implement immediately. Now let me close this today's live with one more powerful thought. See, your promotion will not come because you worked hard. It will come when people start trusting you with business outcomes. Okay? And this is where I feel that your authority is built. When people are following you, or even people are investing in you, even if you do not have concrete answer, even if you do not have if you even if you're trying to going towards a failure, but still people investing in you, that means they're believing in you, they're trusting you. Okay? And that trust starts here. So when you stop thinking like an employee and start thinking like a business leader. So now, if this live talk made you think that yes, I want to be a business leader, I should visit everyday office like a entrepreneur, like a leader. I want you to type leader in the comment section. And in case you are someone who really wants to build their leadership career, you're done with this your technical side and you want to transition into the leadership role, I want you to book one-to-one with me. There is a link in the comment section, and there is, if you can go to my LinkedIn, there is a book and appointment. Or you can join my webinar, which is happening on Sunday, 10 o'clock every Sunday for Project Leadership Mastery. Join my WhatsApp group, the link in the comment section. Okay. And if you really resonate with this topic with me, whatever I just shared with you, tell me which shift you will start applying from tomorrow. Okay. I'm keen to hear from you. So that's for today. I'm going to sign off now. This is Tushar Chaudhary, your leadership coach from Bangalore. And tomorrow I'll come back again with one more topic, how to build your high income leadership. One more leadership insight. And until that moment, implement all these three things which I discussed with, three shifts which I discussed with you. Okay. And until that moment, take care of yourself and God bless you.